So this is Tsunami Simmons reporting live from 1305 Goldfinch Lane on Hurricane Irene. It's looking kind of scary out there, folks. You better get the heck out of Dodge. You know, better. This is one of those one-time things where it might actually be a good idea to get out. So heed the warnings, be safe, take your time. You got plenty of time. Hurricane shouldn't come through until late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Because Cape May County is under mandatory evacuation, I cannot do any reporting from the scene to get actual footage of what's going on down there. So I'm reporting from my living room. As you can see, I have my Hurricane Irene infrared imagery on behind me here on the screen, and keeping an eye on Hurricane Irene as we go on throughout the day. We're going to keep you posted. There will be some video highlights later on this weekend from Millville, and hopefully we'll get some interesting photos during the storm. Unfortunately, Hurricane Irene is going to pass through this area with the most significant force during night hours, so chances of getting really good footage of the hurricane is going to be kind of difficult, but we'll see what we can do. We'll make sure to get some of the best footage for you. Now, we were supposed to go to the Phillies game on Sunday, which has been canceled and has been rescheduled for tomorrow morning. Right now, we are not sure if they are still going to hold both games tomorrow or if they're going to just do one game. But should the game be going on, we will be there, and I will be reporting live live via YouTube from Citizens Bank Park. So make sure to catch that tomorrow. Keep your ears out. I'll make sure to send out a couple text messages so everybody knows that I'll be reporting on YouTube from Citizens Bank Park. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated, and more to come. We're back. Let's talk about the timing for when Hurricane Irene is likely to pass through or just off the east coast of Cape May County. I believe you can expect Hurricane Irene to start feeling significant effects of Hurricane Irene later in the day on Saturday. We may see some rain as early as noon, but more significant rain and wind will move into the area later on throughout the evening. I am anticipating the eye of Hurricane Irene to actually pass immediately to the east of Cape May County, brushing the coast. The eye will probably move through the area between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning, and hopefully be past or just past the area about 8 a.m. That's kind of a significant timing because of the high tide, even though we will be coming off of a high tide later Saturday night. If the storm passes before that high tide, the wind direction should be switching and moving to a more offshore flow, which will help reduce some of the really significant water. But there will be water storm surge being pushed into the Delaware Bay and into the back bays behind most of the barrier islands most of the day Saturday with the onshore flow of Hurricane Irene. So it's important to just note that there is a kind of a critical window for getting for the storm passing before we have that high tide and some extremely significant, if not catastrophic, flooding in and along the barrier islands. So more on Hurricane Irene in just a moment. Let's talk about the storm surge scenario. Right now we're looking at a high tide coming in the Cape May County area around 8 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. We should expect a higher than normal tide, being that there is a new moon. We should be expecting at least a 4-foot storm surge on top of that. That elevation of normal tide to be expected is about 5 feet. We should expect an additional 4 feet on top of that. roughly looking at a total tide height of approximately 9 feet of elevation. So you can imagine that most of the barrier islands are at between 5 and 10 feet of elevation, so you can expect some pretty significant flooding along the barrier islands. Wind speeds have recently been reduced as of the 2 o'clock advisory. Wind speeds are down to 85 miles per hour sustained, estimated when Hurricane Irene rolls through Cape May County. That is still pretty significant. You should expect along the immediate coast about roughly hurricane force winds sustained right along the immediate coast. Inland areas within 5 miles to 10 miles should expect very significant winds in the close with gusts up to hurricane strength. So, this is not by any means a sign that to let up your guard. This is still a very serious storm. As you may be aware, Cape May County is under a mandatory evacuation, which has been underway since 8 o'clock this morning. Most of you should be getting out of town, especially anyone that lives on the barrier islands. You should not stay at all. If you live on the mainland, I would say I would get out. There's no sense in staying. What are you going to do? Hold your house in place? It's just get out of town, and your house will either be there or it won't. If not, I'm sure all of you have insurance and whatever. My house is open for anyone who needs a place to stay should anything happen to your personal property, and that's only extended to my immediate friends. Anybody else on the internet who ends up seeing this, don't stop by. Alright, so anyway, let's talk about hurricane kit essentials. I recommend beer, lots of it, ice even, plenty of ice, in case you lose power. Keep your beer cold, keep your food cold, cooler. Additional things, flashlights, batteries, some of those. They keep talking about get a radio and batteries. If the power's out, what radio station's going to be broadcasting? Good luck picking anything up. So I wouldn't worry too much about the radio. Other things you may need. Let's see here. You need guns and ammunition to fend off the looters. What else can we think of here? I think that about wraps it up. Beer, batteries, ammunition. You heard it right here from Tsunami Simmons. The National Weather Service will be updating their system. It is currently 2:30. National Weather Service will be updating their advisories at 5 o'clock. This is probably the most significant update before tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. We're going to do another report later tonight. Maybe catch some of the, maybe insert some of the photos of the initial landfall. It seems like Hurricane Irene is currently outer bands starting to impact North Carolina, South Carolina. Tropical winds are starting to impact the areas. We may start seeing some of the outer bands reaching as far north as the Chesapeake Bay by later tonight. So we'll keep you posted, and we'll give you an update a little bit later tonight. All right. See you soon.